The contents of this podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as medical advice. If you have a specific health concern or condition, please consult a qualified healthcare professional. For more details, check out herguru.uk/disclaimers. Do you ever feel like your brain is a cluttered attic filled with old memories and future worries? Or, like me, you feel like you're swimming upstream in a river of endless tasks and stress? Or even feel like you're a superhero without a cape, constantly saving the day, but forgetting to save yourself? You're like that? Let's uncover how nature can be our secret superpower for healing and authenticity and definitely decluttering the mind. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to ABGW. Amazing, brilliant, gorgeous, wonderful. I'm Cheryl, your guide on this transformational journey. And today we're exploring the profound wisdom that nature offers us in our quest for authenticity and healing from trauma. So I want you to imagine the feeling of sunlight filtering through the trees, the scent of fresh pine in the air, and the gentle whisper of leaves rustling in the breeze. Oh man, that sounds divine. And you probably already know how magical chocolate tastes after a long day. So let's dive in and uncover how nature can help us reconnect with our true selves. Let's dive in and discover how we can turn our struggles into strengths. Amazing, brilliant, gorgeous, wonderful, helping women just like you who are unhappy, perhaps even with your supposed quote unquote good life. This is a mum and daughter duo, and we're not pulling any punches as we explore trauma recovery and ideas for building resilience, so that you're working smarter and definitely not harder to create a transformational life, a life you love more often than not. The great outdoors, a sanctuary of serenity. Picture yourself standing there in a serene forest. The earthy scent of moss and bark ground you in the present. The wind is rustling the trees almost like a soothing lullaby, and the song of distant birds fills your heart with a sense of peace. Oh man. Nature's sanctuary is a place where you can leave behind the stresses and chaos of professional life and find true serenity. Can you imagine if our biggest problem wasn't choosing between the beach and the mountains, and we could go on holiday every single weekend? So let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah is a powerhouse executive. She's managing a team of 10. And then one evening, after another exhausting day, she confides in Mark. Mark's her partner. She says, "Mark, I just feel so lost lately. Every day just feels like a blur." And Mark says to her, "Why don't we take a break, go on a walk in the park? Nature always has a way of clearing your mind, Sarah." And Sarah thought, "A walk? Will that really help? Maybe it's worth a try. I need something, anything, to feel like myself again." So the following day, Sarah puts on her walking shoes and she heads to the nearest forest. And as she's walking around the winding path, she notices the vibrant colours of the flowers, the gentle humming of the bees, the different hues of green there are. And it's like nature was whispering secrets of calm into her ears. And with every step, she felt a sense of release of the tension, because the fresh air filled her lungs. And for the first time in weeks, she felt a sense of calm, that calm that you feel, I can't remember the last time I slowed down, that kind of calm. And by the end of the walk, Sarah was feeling lighter in a small step that she had taken, but it was the beginning of something wonderful. And as she returned home with a new found sense of clarity, ready to tackle her day with a fresh perspective. Now, to me, that healing power of nature is so profound. I mean, it's kind of nonsensical in some respects, because I'm one of these girls. I hate any creepy crawly spiders, bugs. I can't handle them. But being in nature, even just spending 20 minutes in nature just can have such a profound effect on reducing the cortisol levels in your body, which I believe is the body's primary stress hormone. And as you out there and you're listening to the gentle stream of the river or some rustling of leaves, your mind begins to unwind and your thoughts become clearer and your heart rate slows down. And there's so much public health information that shows spending time in green spaces can lower stress, improve your mood, and enhance your cognitive function. Now, isn't that amazing? To me, that is truly amazing. Just by being in nature, we can improve our mental health and our emotional well-being. And when I think about the film Emma, do you remember Emma with Gwyneth Paltrow in it? I don't pretty much rate her as an actress, I have to say. But she did play Emma really well, because Emma is like a strong, independent character navigating life's complexities with grace and determination. And the thing is, imagine that scent of fresh lavender that fills the garden scenes in the film. That's the perfect backdrop to me to finding your own tranquility and strength. And the thing is, you don't need to always retreat out of the office. You can bring nature in, a few plants, a small water fountain, a playlist on Spotify of natural sounds. Just taking a few minutes each day to immerse yourself in this personal sanctuary and let the healing process begin. It's like having a piece of the forest right with you at your desk. Embracing nature's wisdom, a journey to being real. Now, let's talk about how we can embrace nature's wisdom and embark on a journey of being ourselves. Imagine the feeling of cool grass under your feet, the smell of wild flowers, and the sight of a clear blue sky. Making nature a regular part of your routine is like a spa day for your soul. Sooner or later, you'll realize that you're plotting world domination. Now, why do I say that? Thing is, how do we tap into this natural source of healing? One of the things I particularly love about this time of year is, as my friend Joe puts it, there's no reason to turn on the light in the evening because it's still bright. So why are you sitting down inside when you can be outside enjoying the evening sunshine, enjoying hearing the birds singing, and enjoying the warmth? So to me, you need to make nature a habit, whether it's a daily walk in the park, a weekend hike, a yearly camping trip. Just making it a priority to spend time in nature regularly and schedule those moments and treat them as non-negotiable appointments with yourself. Also, to be present in nature. When you're out there, don't just walk around like some zombie. Honestly, sometimes when I go out, like I'm a member of the National Trust, and I go out sometimes and I see people walking around. It's almost like their partners drag them out. That's no way to enjoy it. Take in the sights, the sounds, the smells, and the feel of nature. Be in that moment and forget about your to-do list for a while. Trust me, it will do wonders for your stress levels. I think it's really important to be determined to find some peace. Now, whether that's buying a few potted plants or setting up a small garden on your balcony, the thing is, when you do that, when you even create a simple garden, you then have to keep it alive. And you can find solace in that daily routine of watering and tendering to those plants. For those who know me, I have an allotment. And one of the things that I did, one of my friends, this was during the pandemic. So, when we were all at home and we couldn't go anywhere. But when we were allowed out, what I did, when she asked me, because somehow she thinks I'm an expert, I don't know why. I just grow a few plants to eat. But anyway, I was really flattered that she asked me. And one of the things that I did was I helped her create a sort of miniature garden on her balcony so that she still had enough space to sit out there with friends, but she also could use some pots to grow salad vegetables, just things like tomatoes and cucumbers and, a few different types of lettuce leaf. But I remember her saying that she realized that just having her garden, it just showed her how capable of growth and renewal she was. And I invite you to do the same. It's about nurturing something and watching it grow. And as you're doing it, you yourself are growing. So next time you're out, as you stroll through a forest, breathe deeply and take in the earthly scent of pine and soil. Listen to the symphony of bird song and the rustling of leaves, because to me, this mindful practice in nature helps ground you in the present moment, reducing stress and enhancing your overall ability to tackle life's annoyances, as well as improve your emotional well-being. This episode of ABGW is brought to you by Her Guru Hypnotherapy and Coaching. Her Guru provides mental fitness coaching and hypnotherapy services. You can find out more details by visiting herguru.co.uk. Nature's Lessons, Tales of Transformation. So let me share with you the story of Rachel. Rachel's a successful executive who feels like her life is truly spinning out of her control. And during a coffee break, she mentions her feelings to a colleague. She talks about how she's been feeling so overwhelmed, like she can't see the bigger picture anymore. And the colleague says to her, have you ever thought about going on a hike? That might give you a new perspective. And Rachel sort of goes, hiking? I've never been the outdoorsy type. But maybe a change of scenery is what I need. And, she begins to be open to the idea. And that weekend, Rachel laces up her hiking boots and drives to the nearest mountain range. Rachel lives in Shropshire, and I think she went to, where is that place in Wales? I can never mention it. The Brecon Beacons, that's it. And I remember her saying to me, the physical exertion of the climb was intense, but with each step, she gradually found that she was beginning to feel a bit more clearer in her thoughts. She felt a mixture of exhaustion and exhilaration. And I remember her talk when she was explaining, when she reached the summit, she felt a wave of accomplishment. Like, I actually did this. But then the doubts returned to her. And it was almost like, where do I go from here? And I remember her saying she looked out at the vast landscape below and began to feel a real sense of perspective, that if I can conquer this mountain, I can handle whatever comes my way. And Rachel then returned home. I think she was still feeling rejuvenated and inspired, but she was kind of ready to face her challenges with a newfound clarity and confidence. Do you remember in Pride and Prejudice when Elizabeth Bennet used to go for walks? And I think she found clarity and strength during her walks in the countryside. The delicate scent of blooming roses in the garden, to me, symbolized that renewal and hope. And Elizabeth's walks are her moments of introspection and empowerment. I remember right at the beginning of the book when she's walking and then she sees Mr. Darcy and what's his name? Charles Bingley. Bingley, that's it, I remember. The one that Jane gets with. But the thing is that even in that moment, she's has a way of deeply connecting with the natural world and having that moment of introspection and empowerment. And then she comes back to the house and we kind of start the story, you know, about how her mum wants to marry them all off. But to me, it doesn't matter what situation you're in, just having those moments. For me, when I think about my own experiences, when I go for a walk and I'm just in nature, and how that allows me to be introspective in a way that I'm not able to be when I'm surrounded by other people. And I'm not saying that you can't do that when you're around other people, but I think when we're truly just doing something that our body's used to doing, which is walking, our mind tends to wander, and it wanders generally into places where we can relook and reevaluate what's going on for ourselves. So we might as well use those moments for introspection and empowerment. How can you integrate all that introspection? Start a nature journal each week. Document your experiences in nature, noting the sights and the sounds and the scents that really resonate with you, because I think it's a delightful way to track your journey and deeply, deepen your connection with the natural world. Plus, it's a wonderful way to reflect on your growth over time. That's one of the things that I particularly enjoy about journaling, is when people look back at their journey and how things that used to bother them, they see don't really bother them anymore. That is such a powerful thing. Your journey to being real. Remember, your journey to authenticity is going to be unique to you. It's not about perfection. I really hate that word. I really do, because to me, there's no such thing. There's no such thing in nature, and there's no such thing in you. It's about embracing both your strengths and your weaknesses and living life on your own terms. Kind of reflecting on the century rich experiences that we've discussed today, and then how they can help you reconnect with your true self. So let me finish by sharing a story about Megan. Megan, who was sitting in a meeting feeling the weight of being burnt out, those rare moments of free time she had. She spoke to her mentor. She explained that she was feeling burnt out. And then that weekend, Megan decided to spend some time walking, I think it's called the Thames Walk, sitting on the riverbank whenever she could. She watched the world go by. She also watched the water flowing steadily down to the sea, feeling an unexpected sense of calm. And even though the River Thames is not that nice in some parts, the sound of the river, she said, was very soothing to her frazzled nerves. Now, the thing is, Megan left the river with a renewed sense of purpose, ready to tackle her responsibilities in a light-hearted and more clearer mind, I think. So let's recap on the key points that we've explored today. We've learned about the profound impact of nature on our well-being, the importance of mindfulness, and the power of just being grateful. And to me, by integrating these practices into your daily life, you're going to start noticing that you're embarking on a transformational journey to being who you really are, being you. And as you embark on that journey, remember, again, it's not about perfection, it's all about progress. And to just allow yourself to be vulnerable and open to that healing power of nature, embracing the imperfections that you see around you and celebrating the small victories along the way. So set aside the time, take a deep breath in and engage with your natural surroundings, because it's a small but powerful way to integrate nature's wisdom into your daily life. Like, you know, when you feel the grass under your feet, listen to the birds and let the peace of nature just fill your heart, y'all. Hey there, wonderful listeners. I hope that this episode has encouraged you to start reconnecting with nature. And it isn't just a nice to have, it's a powerful tool for transformation. For you, all these beautiful female professionals juggling the demands of leadership, it's crucial to carve out time to step into the tranquility of nature, because I believe by doing so, you can leave behind your life's stressful and traumatic events and live and truly thrive. And nature offers a sanctuary where you can clear your mind, rejuvenate your spirit, find the clarity and strength that you need to tackle professional and personal challenges. And remember, taking time for yourself is not a luxury, it's necessary for your well-being and your success. So let's embrace this journey together and discover how nature can be our greatest ally in living a life full of joy, fulfillment, and resilience. Now, if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friend. The thing is, your feedback and engagement means the world to me. So share your thoughts, reflections, and your own nature stories on social media with me. Stay tuned for more empowering content in the next episode. And remember, your resilience is a powerful force shaping your life. So may your force go with you, strengthen you every step of the way. Until the next time, keep finding and embracing those outrageous unconscious joy moments. Bye for now.